So, hello, dosto. Welcome to the Bollywood talk show on IWM Buzz. Back once again with another interesting episode. Today, I have with me the man Vikrant Dhawan. Everybody has watched Inside Edge. मेरे को सबसे ज़्यादा पसंद है. One of my favorite shows. I'll just not talk about myself. I think you guys can relate as well. Vivek Anand Oberoi, that is the full name. But whenever I speak to him, my smile says it all that I have a lot of Anand. Thank you so much, sir, for being with us over here. It's a pleasure.
Shubho, it's always a pleasure chatting with you, man. Thank you so much for that kind introduction. Thank you.
Always happy, always happy. You know, sir, the difference that I saw in season 3 compared to other seasons, of course, is the vengeance factor that's there. You know, it's a character that has gone down, that has lived almost everything, has gone down and wants to come back again. I think that's the graph of almost every individual in life as well, where you have your share of lows, where you have your share of highs, and you want to come back. So how do you probably, resonate your character with an individual's life?
Well, yeah, I think, like you correctly said, everyone's life is got its ups and downs, and
Yes.
the more ups and downs, the more of fun it is, because it's a roller coaster ride, right? You never know what's going on. It's a life well lived. It's a life rich with experience. And I think what you can learn from Vikrant is the never say die attitude, right? He believes that, it's not just winning that matters, it's staying in the game. As long as you're staying in the game, you can turn the tables anytime. And that's what everybody should believe. You don't lose till you decide you've lost.
Yes. I think that's very important, and I think that's pretty much the case in life as well. If you hold yourself back, you will definitely bounce back. That's, I think, the funda of life. But sir, मुझे एक चीज बताइए. Of course, the experience compared to season 1, compared to now, of course, it's almost like a home for you now when it comes to OTT. It's like, you can't really imagine Inside Edge without few actors like Vivek sir, ho gaye, Tanuj. These are the guys without them. You can't really imagine Inside Edge. So does it feel like homecoming? Does it feel like, you get all the way more excited and charged up when it's Inside Edge 3? I mean, when it's Inside Edge?
Yeah, of course. I mean, it's a wonderful team. It's become like a family now. Everyone's very supportive of each other. We've got our own silly little group where we exchange information, status updates, and sometimes some harmless bitching here and there. so I think it feels like a family that comes together every time we shoot, and it's been so successful. Everybody enjoys success. So that is something that everyone gets excited by, that, this one's coming and it's going to be good again as actors. The scripts are always so amazing. Karan Anshuman and the team have done such a phenomenal job to create this interest 3 times over already, which is very, very difficult to be able to achieve time and time again within the same storylines and the same character structure. So it's wonderful, and we enjoy working with each other.
Yeah. Sir, I think the time when we did the in-person interview during season 2, I remember you telling this that, you have this knack of creating a character sketch of your own. You get the brief and then you tend to write things on your own. But this character of Vikrant, you're playing since season 1, this is 3rd season. So with every season, do you still do the same thing when it comes to the same character, or do you do that with new characters?
So Shubha, that's a great question. Thank you for asking that. I think right from my first film, I've been writing a character autobiography. And for all those people who are actors, this is something that I use as a tool, and happy to share with all of you. Maybe this helps you too. आप भी इस्तेमाल कर सकते हैं इसको. I write the Atmakatha. I write the autobiography of the character from the time he was born to the time he appears in the script. कि भाई इससे पहले क्या क्या हुआ, इसकी life में क्या क्या हुआ. Why do I do that? Is because it helps me get to know the character so much better, right? I get a deeper insight into the character. And then once you create that and it's committed to your memory, it's in your head, then you don't have to refer to it back again and again. It's not part of your notes as such, right? You just keep it for your own self. And then when it goes forward in a season, right? When there's a progression, there's, you're reprising it, season 2, season 3. The traits that you have established in the first season and what you thought the character was, or what you created the character to be before that first season, help you achieve that in the 3rd season, the 2nd season. Like in the 3rd season, you see Vikrant way back, right? The experience that made him feel so disempowered, so disenfranchised, that he became so hungry for power. So it was easy for me to get back to that character, that color of that character was easy for me to get to, or easier for me to get to, because I had something to relate to, which was of the old Vikrant, that he wasn't always this way. He became this way for a reason, right?
Yes. And I think that's exactly what has been shown in season 3. But you have this interesting habit of talking to your directors a lot in terms of what they want, whether what you are doing is that exactly what they want. So do you still do that? Almost completing, I think, 20 years in the industry. I think in the next year, if I'm not wrong. So that's quite a long time. No, you just experienced, not old. But do you still do that, with directors?
Yeah, I do. I mean, I feel, Shubho, what happens is with age and experience, you sometimes get a sense of arrogance. And art doesn't do well with arrogance. Art requires humility. True art, performances require humility. You need to have some humility within you. So for me, I've tried to maintain it always, whether it's, even an assistant director on set. Like I was shooting for Dharavi Bank recently, and somebody who's down the order, an AD, came up to me with an idea, and I heard her out, and I loved her idea, and I said, you know what, I love it. And I took her to the director and said, this is such a great idea she's come up with. Can we incorporate this in my character? And we did incorporate it in the character. So I feel that art is a creative process. There's no hierarchy. You just accept, you receive, and everything comes together to make something amazing on screen. Keeping that in mind, during this season 3, I remember being quite nervous whether or not I can reprise Vikrant Dhawan correctly. All the beats that are different in season 3, because it was a challenging graph, whether or not I would be able to achieve that graph. So I went back and kept asking Kanishk after every shot, because he would say, so, okay, after the first take or second take, and that would make me more nervous because I don't look at the monitor. So I just rely on my director. So I would go back to him and say, are you sure? Are you sure it's okay? Do you want me to do one more? I can do one more. And then Karan Anshuman, who's a dear friend and the creator of the show, walked up to me and said, bro, this is your 3rd season and his 1st. It's looking like it's the opposite right now. So it was a lot of fun. But I do that. I do believe in taking a lot of inputs.
Yeah. Sir, as you mentioned that, you have this habit of writing down, which makes it easier. Of course, this is the 3rd season where you're playing Vikrant. But, your character, the character of Vikrant over here, as per our understanding, is that it's gone down, it's coming up again. I think you have had that kind of an experience in your own career as well. I think some time back I was reading this thing where you mentioned about Shootout at Lokhandwala being a huge success, but not getting work on calls for a long time. So are you understanding my question? I'm trying to compare the graph of Vivek Oberoi, the person, and Vikrant Dhawan. It's the same. There was high, there was down, and then it came back again. So what I'm trying to understand is that because you have lived that kind of an experience in real life, apart from your character sketch stuff, did that also help you in getting into the skin of Vikrant Dhawan?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, your personal journeys also make you a stronger person, and I think a better actor. I think the more you see in life, the more you experience in life, the richer your pitara becomes bigger, right? You have a lot more to pull out from and borrow from in terms of all your personal experiences. And gives you the depth that you can bring to a character. It brings you the depth of emotions that you can bring forward in as an actor and say, look, I went through this, I can resonate, I understand how this feels. And that's why maybe I have a strong sense of respect for Vikrant Dhawan, for his ability to fight all the time, for his ability to never give up. Somebody sent me an amazing message on social media. It was so funny. It was one of those comments that said that Vikrant Dhawan is like the Jon Snow of Inside Edge. I was like, that's amazing, because he comes back from the dead. So I do love that,
of course, as far as what I know, you really love Indian cricket. You love cricket, you follow cricket, you understand the game really well, and not just T20 format or IPL, you follow Test cricket and everything. I remember you telling me about your meeting with Virat Kohli at some airport lounge. So right now, Indian cricket is, I think, quite a hot topic because of, the captaincy, the split captaincy thing. Some people feel that it will lessen the burden from Virat Kohli's shoulders because both of them, I think, have the common vision of taking Indian cricket forward. I think that's what matters. But how do you look at this thing of Rohit Sharma being appointed the ODI skipper as well. Do you think that's a blessing in disguise for Virat Kohli, who can, of course, get back in his prime form like what we are used to seeing him? How do you look at it?
So I think the Indian cricket fan is probably the most difficult cricket fan in the world to please. Firstly, right? We deify our cricketers and make them gods. I mean, if you go to Australia, they don't make them a god. Shane Warne takes a wicket. Wow, Shane, we love you. Great, well done, Shane. Good on you. That's it, right? They don't say, oh, he's the god of cricket and Aarti utaro and photo lagao bhagwano ke samne. They don't go extreme. And the next thing, that god, you patko him also. Like, the minute he doesn't perform well, you patko him also. You turn around and give galis on social media and troll and do all kinds of weird things. So I think the Indian cricket fan is the most nosy fan, who's constantly involved in everything and has a comment on everything. You watch a cricket match, there'll be somebody sitting next to you. Spin it isko fast karna chahiye tha. Oh, and I'm like, tujhe malum hai na, ja, tu kar. So, I feel that these are decisions way above your pay grade as an Indian cricket fan, right? These are decisions of selectors, people in the know. There may be politics, there may not be politics, there may be filth, there may be other reasons. How does it matter? At the end of the day, the essence is you want your cricketers to play well. You want them to go out there and win for the country, right? Bleed in blue. And the more we hype up these controversies and the more we hype up all of this, the more we distract our boys from the real important part of it all, which is the game, the cricket.
Absolutely. Because I really wanted to get your viewpoint.
If you really want to get into the politics of cricket, watch Inside Edge. If you want the purity of cricket, watch the game.
Watch the real cricket. But sir, last question before I let you go would be that, of course, Inside Edge has been happening, and of course, there's still room for season 4 and maybe more. I don't know. But apart from Inside Edge, do you want to maybe relive any other character of yours that you have probably played in the past and you enjoyed a lot? Maybe something that you have in your mind or you would love. If something like a proposal of that comes and you would want to play that again. Apart from Inside Edge, of course, it's a part of your life right now. Hopefully, we're looking forward to season 4 and many more. Any other movie character that you would love to play again? Maybe that you have in your mind that you would love.
Yeah, man. I mean, there's so many. I think the characters that I began my career with. I'd love to see where Aditya Sehgal from Satya is 20 years from now. I mean, from then, what has his life become? It would be interesting to look at that. It would be interesting to look at what happened to Chandu Nagre when he came out of jail. These are things that would be very interesting and fascinating.
Absolutely. Hopefully, I don't know, maybe someone actually takes it forward hearing this discussion, and hopefully we get to see that in the near future. But thank you so much, sir.
Cheers.
Always a pleasure. Looking forward, and all the best for everything that you do. Looking forward to meeting you in person again very soon. Thank you, sir.
Thanks, man.